welcome back. This is round 6 of the 2024 Carolina XC season. We are at Chicken House again for the second day of the doubleheader, and oh boy, it was a it was a wet day. Also, supposedly, I think right there, I took out Taylor on the start. Sorry, Taylor. Didn't really realize I did that. Wasn't on purpose. Anyway, as you can see, the track was pretty freaking wet. It rained pretty good. In fact, it rained so much and the weather was so bad that they not only delayed the start of our race, they also cut us down to a single moto. And on top of that, they cut probably about a good mile or so out of the track. Basically the entire left side after you cross the road, they just cut all of that out. So pretty interesting. But yeah, it was a very slippery day. Unfortunately, Fred didn't make it back for day 2. I guess he had better things to do than racing dirt bikes with the rest of us. But that's fine because Taylor and Josh were still there for day 2, so we got to race with them. I actually had a pretty decent day for whatever reason, despite the fact that there's Josh dropping his bike. Cool. Yeah, for whatever reason, I woke up, I was sore, my legs hurt, my arms hurt. I figured I was going to ride terribly, and I just kind of didn't. I guess I decided in my mind that 145-minute moto would be easy to do, so I just did it. I did smack a tree right there, but we'll gloss over that. You can just see how freaking mucky it was compared to the day before, though. It was definitely soaked. The nice thing about that was, though, the sand was even wetter, and it was even better because of that. You just had to watch out for the big muddy puddles that were kind of interspersed. I almost look like I know what I'm doing there. Well, never mind. Maybe I don't. It looked good coming in, but it was sloppy on the way out. Ooh, that's... Ooh. I gotta be careful what I say. Somebody could clip that. There we are, struggling in the sand. I keep going wide because I don't like the big deep singular rut, but apparently that's not the thing to do. Apparently the rut is safe and everything outside of the rut is unknown. Or at least that's what I've been told. This left line that I took every time the day before was apparently not the line to take anymore because of how whooped out it had gotten. So people were taking this longer line to the right. It wasn't that much longer, but it was a lot smoother. So definitely the choice. This inside line right here sucked. I knew that from the day before, so I have no idea why I took it. The exit to the woods there was very deep for everybody just getting on it as soon as they get in the open. I almost made the mistake of going the wrong way. That's where they changed the direction of the course. Previous day we would have went left there. So instead we're going straight to the right, and this basically... Oh. I totally didn't almost hit a tree and was absolutely stopping just to let that guy by. Absolutely 100%. Anyway, this just kind of loops around and goes right back across the area where we go across the dirt road to the backside. So yeah, right here. Cut out a good decent chunk. The nice thing about it was it cut out the sections that had what I think were the deepest sand whoops. So it was nice on the arms in that way. Definitely took the wrong line to the right there. The whoops are worse on that side. Trying to figure it out. Yep. Couldn't make a decision on that one. That right line, even though it's got some deeper holes in it, it was the better line. So coming through this section on the end of it, they cut us off a little early. So instead of going around to the right here, which is where we would have went before, they cut us off and brought us to the left. I thought there was just like a big mud hole over there is basically all it was. But I was very confused in the beginning. This section right here was probably the most slick coming back into the woods. It was pretty slippery right there. But other than that, honestly, there's that section in the section, the clay corner right off the start, or not right off the start, but it's like the second corner of the track. Those were probably the slipperiest areas, and they honestly weren't that bad. That's the nice thing, I guess, about the sand. Like, even though some puddles form and stuff, like, it doesn't get, like, slippery, or it doesn't get as slippery, or it's just, like, regular mud would. Definitely doesn't get as slippery as the clay I'm used to riding in does, which just turns into absolute grease. This section right here, coming in, the roots were all exposed from everybody coming through, so it was like, every time I came through there I was like tent stuck, because I thought I was going to like glance off of a root and hit a tree. Probably could have been a little more aggressive through there, but I never really was. This hole right here got deep, and I about ate it going through it every time. A couple little hot lines formed through here from just people trying to avoid the slippery sections, I guess. The road was still slick. Coming back into the woods on this side, this second set of whoops here, there's a new line to the right that started to form because the one on the left got so sacked out. I didn't take it till like the lap before the last one or something like that though, so I kind of missed out on that line. But that is the first lap done, and I gotta say, I was feeling good. My arms felt good, my legs felt good. It was a little slick, but I'm kind of used to riding in the wet anyway. I've done it way too much. So yeah, it wasn't that bad as far as I was concerned. Coming in, this is my last lap. Definitely more laps than I was anticipating. Just mentally, I didn't think, you know, there's like a whole entire section of the track that's cut out, so we're gonna do more laps. So I kept looking for the white flag, white flag, white flag. Never did see the white flag. But yeah, it was like I was holding some in reserve for that last lap, and I never got the white flag, so I never knew when it was. So on this lap, even now, like I'm holding back a little bit, expecting I'm gonna have to do at least 2 more laps. Didn't know this was gonna be my last lap. I was actually a little disappointed when I came around and then this one and saw the checkered. I was like, what the heck? I'd saved enough to give it, you know, a good final lap, and I could have pushed harder. On one of the earlier laps, I hit this stump right there, and so after that, every time I came through there, I was very cautious about hitting that little stump again because it nearly sent me into the trees. I just got done watching Fred's video from the day before, and I gotta say it's about 300 times more entertaining than any of my videos are, so if you're interested in a different perspective of this track, you should go check him out. I think his username is at FTC559_. Pretty sure that's right. Yeah, go give his video a watch because it's pretty entertaining. Getting a little wild and loose here in the field. Not that I wanted to, it's just kind of what happened. You can see again, I'm taking these wide lines, trying to avoid those main ruts. kept looking. I was looking to see if Josh or Taylor were going to be catching up with me, and I never did see them. I was thinking any minute they were going to come flying up behind me. I mean, they beat the socks off of me the day before, so I was expecting a repeat today, but I guess I was just doing a little better today than I thought. Although I spoke to Josh after the race, and I think he mentioned something about his bearings. I don't know if it was his wheel bearings or what, but he said he pulled off for a little while, so that's probably why I never saw him again after the start of the race. This guy kindly lets me by as we're crossing the road. Probably the best place to let somebody pass you. So this left line was the better line to take right here. That right line was, it had just gotten a little too whooped out. And then this inside line was the line to take. So I did actually improve lap for lap as far as like which lines I was taking. I think time-wise I did get slower, but at least I was being smarter about the lines I was picking. We're trying to learn. We're trying to be, you know, a somewhat competent dirt bike racer. It's only been 4 years of me doing this. Well, coming up to 5 years now, I've been racing dirt bikes in the C class. Just can't get away from it. Some days I feel like I shouldn't be in the C class, and then there's other days that I feel like there should be a D class and I should be there. This guy hopped this log. That was cool. I would not have done that with how wet everything was, but he made it look like it didn't even exist, so that was, you know, not a hit to the ego. Definitely on a day like this, even though like in the field it wasn't the go-to choice, but definitely in these woods, the riding a gear higher so that the bike lugs more was definitely the go-to choice. Oh, and here I actually managed to take a line, not this first right, I should have gone left there, but going right here instead of going left, which is what I did every time, was definitely the line to take. I actually figured that out thanks to Jackson, because he passed me there and took the right line, and I was like, oh wow, that's a better line. Fortunately for me, it was like, you know, the last moto. Maybe it'll be there next year, and I can remember it for the next season. Or I'll probably forget, which is most likely. This area back here got very dug out. Like, I'm just like paddling the bike through it. Yeah, oh, I did take the right line. Yeah. For some reason I was thinking, oh, I think okay, never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. I did take it, I think it was this lap, and maybe the lap before I took it as well. It was definitely a better line. It wasn't nearly as hard on the legs. And I came around this corner right here, and I saw the checkered flag, and I was like, what in the world? I never got the white flag, so I was very confused. I definitely had another lap worth in me, so a little disappointing, but hey, we still did pretty decent for the day. So how did we do? Well, for the moto, I was actually second out of 4, so not bad. Nick still got me, but we saw that coming. And then overall for the day, I ended up 18th out of 38. So, it is what it is. Anyway, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the next race. Take it easy.